I work in a drama school, and quite often we have a lot of people that come into work here who work in the business. So to actually come into a place like this and work with students can be a bit of a culture shock. So I think what you have to do is know that you're working with students, and they're still students. They're not young. They're young professionals, but they're not actually out there yet. So you have to sort of work with them in such a way that you're still teaching, as well as giving them a conservatoire education. So the student has to be at the heart of all that. It can't be just your own vision. It's not about you, it's about them. So what I try and do is give the students an idea of what it's like to work in the business professionally, but at the same time we're still in a training situation. So I try and involve them all within this. So if one is just playing a principal role and somebody else is in the ensemble, I try and make sure that that they're all getting exactly the same amount of study and the same amount of guidance. And that they're all learning on an equal level, so that someone who may be a principal isn't getting more than someone who's doing what they might consider just ensemble work. The way I work is I've got quite a sense of humour, so I think so. Other people might not, but and I try and use that a lot in the class to draw something out of the students. All the students here at Guildford School of Acting wear black all the time, so you don't necessarily know their personality from their clothes, so it's just from what comes out of their mouth. So trying to elicit kind of banter, as I think they call it nowadays, is a good thing, because you need to get that out and free and safe in the rehearsal room. I think student-centredness in my teaching is vital, because it's not about me, it's about them. So we have to find out what ticks with them, so that then I can draw out. And every student is slightly different. Of course they are. We're all different. And in musical theatre, particularly, you have to be on the front foot. You have to be working really hard all the time. So I have to gauge how much I can sort of push, and I mean that in a good way, push each student to get as much out of them as I can. So I try and rehearse the projects I do as if we were doing it in a professional rehearsal room. Of course, we're not in a professional rehearsal room, but I try and say to them sometimes, right, if we were in a professional rehearsal room, this is what would happen now. Just so they've got a bit of an idea of what would happen. And in today's society, which is very PC, that doesn't necessarily happen in a rehearsal room. So it's just getting across to people that directors, choreographers, musical directors, producers, other actors say what they think a lot, and there isn't much room for taking offence with that, because you just have to be yourself in that rehearsal room, and then the best will come out of you. I always say when we're doing productions here that it's about the students, not the show. So I think it's vital that they're at the heart of it all, and that we get the most out of them we possibly can.
I think he is very, very clever, very talented. He has a very clear idea about what he wants, and he's very hands-on as well in the way that he approaches not just the text but the music score as well. I also really like that he makes it okay to mess up. Because we're doing so much as musicians all in one go, playing, singing, dancing, acting all at once, and it can be so confusing, but he allows you to make those mistakes so you can then build on that and move on and create something really good.
He's very direct and very hands-on, which is great for a production like this, because you need someone like that to really motivate you and move you to the places that you need to be, so that the difficult things actually really work, and he's really good at that.